What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Taina. Thank you so much for tuning in. So I'm coming at you with another foundation review for my foundation series. You guys know on this channel I like to do foundation wear tests for you guys along with swatches, just so that if you're in the hunt for a new foundation and you are my foundation twin or my complexion, you get an idea for something that may or may not work for you. So I'm kind of hesitant to do this review today only because the foundation I'm going to be reviewing is basically a unicorn at this point. So the foundation I'm talking about is the LA Girl Pro.matte High Definition Longwear Matte Foundation. Yes, you heard me right, matte foundation. So if you guys are familiar with the original, this is the Illuminating Foundation, and this has been a fan favorite. A lot of people love this foundation, including oily girls or girls that prefer matte foundations. They still do like this foundation because overall it's a very good one. So I happened to be browsing my Ulta app in the new arrival section, and I came across this foundation, and I was like, what? LA Girl Matte? So I've never heard anybody talk about this. I've never seen any reviews about this. Is this new? I haven't seen any teaser flyers. I haven't seen anything on Instagram. And so it just really baffled me. So I quickly went ahead and went onto the LA Girl website to see if, what's the tea on it. And basically it is not even on the LA Girl website. There's only the illuminating version and the BB cream. And all that I saw on the Ulta app was this product, a picture of the frosted bottles. There was no swatches, and there was only 8 shades. The shades that I chose to pick up were Café, and this appeared to be the darkest shade on the sites. And I picked this in anticipation of this either being my color or maybe slightly darker. So just in case, I went ahead and picked up the color Sand, and I did anticipate this one being too light, so I figured I would have 2 to mix if I needed it. However, all I saw was those 8 shades. So I don't know what happened, but I went ahead and I ordered both of these products. I received them. But now when I go on the Ulta app and I search for LA Girl Pro.matte Foundation under Ulta app, it doesn't come up. When I go to my order history and I see the product and I click it, up pops where it says product cannot be found right now. So this has been completely removed from Ulta. It's not on the LA Girl website. It's not showing up anywhere on Google. So I don't know if I'm supposed to have this foundation. I don't know if I'm supposed to review it. I don't know if they pulled it for some reason, but I have it and I want to review it for you guys only because if it's a good product, I want you guys to know about it. That way when it is released, you can decide whether you want to buy it or not. However, as of right now, January 25th, 2018, you can't buy it. So I'm going to be listing any updates that I come across on the description bar down below. So if you're watching this after January 2018 and it has been released, I don't know if there's going to be more than only 8 shades. I don't know what the price point is going to be. I purchased it for $8.99 for 1 fluid ounce, which is cheaper than the original version, which I think this is priced at $10 according to LA Girl website. But I will update as I found out more information. Now, I do find it interesting that I placed this order right around really either the same day or the day after the Tarte Shape Tape Foundation was released. And I know that there's been a lot of controversy over the lack of shades and options for women or people of color. And I don't know, maybe LA Girl pulled it and said, we can't release this in only 8 shades because this one was such a fantastic release that they put out. So if you go and you look at the original shades for the Pro Coverage Illuminating Foundation, it comes in, I believe, 16 different shades. And you can see it has a white mixer all the way down to the deepest, darkest shade that even, Nima Tang here on YouTube can wear. And I don't know, maybe LA Girl said, we can't, release this with this lack of shades. I don't know. It's just a theory. It's just a hypothesis. Again, I don't even know if I'm supposed to be, showing the world this product because maybe it was a fluke. Maybe it wasn't something Ulta was supposed to, upload to their product line. I don't know. But your girl is going to review it. So if you're interested in seeing how this foundation fares and wears throughout the day, then just keep watching. Alright guys, so I'm in the shade Café. I'm pretty sure this is going to be my color. It may be a little bit too light for me, but we will see how this goes. It does come in a nice frosted glass, which you know makes it difficult to actually see the shade range. So if you're looking at this in store, once it is released, it might be difficult to figure out your shades, which is why we do these YouTube videos, for you to see the color up close and personal. Okay, it does come with a pump. I like that it's like a skinny design here. It's a little bit skinnier than its original counterpart, which is a little bit more wide, and this is actually plastic and this is glass. So they did some upgrading with their packaging. I'm gonna go ahead and pump it out. I'm going to go ahead and do 2 pumps. It's a nice formula. It's a little bit liquidy, but it's not runny. So I think it's going to go on nicely. I have already primed my face with the Too Faced Hangover RX Primer, along with the Catrice Prime and Fine Smoothing Refiner Pore Filler. This is similar to the Tarte Clean Slate Primer, and I went ahead and put that on my pores. And I'm going to do one side of my face with, what brush are we going to do today? I think I'm going to do my Morphe M439, and then I want to do the Morphe sponge on the other side of my face. Let me grab my brush. Let's go ahead and do this side. As you guys can see, I do have some acne scars. I do have a couple of active blemishes on my face right now. I do have combination oily skin. This says on the bottle that it is meant to be a medium to full coverage, smooth, long wear suede finish. So again, because I can't find it anywhere on the internet anymore, that is the only claims or information that I have. Yeah, so this shade is a little bit neutral and light for me. So hopefully if they release more shades, they will be more golden in undertone. This is a very creamy formula. It feels almost a cross between a cream and a mousse. So this is my face with 1 layer of foundation. This is the side with the Morphe brush, and this is the side with the sponge. I can tell you that it dries down very matte. It almost looks like a powdery finish. It is mostly set. I think some people may not even need to set this foundation. It's definitely only medium coverage. I'm going to go ahead and try to build it up to see if it is buildable, and I'm going to use my brush with that. Like with the brush, it's like clinging up here. In general, I feel like it looks a little flat. You know how some foundations are matte, but they're not completely flat per se. There is still some radiance and you know, dimension, but this is definitely a very flat powder finish look. I think that it's okay buildable. I feel like it does start to look a little, not cakey, but just extra powdery. Maybe that is cakey, I don't know, but I'm not quite sure how I'm feeling about it quite yet. But let me go ahead and do the rest of my makeup, and I will be right back. Alright guys, so I'm back with my full face done, and this is what we are looking like. I don't think it's really not wowing me, other than the fact that this is not my color. I definitely made it work by adding, you know, some bronzer and all of that. I feel like my powders and creams and everything went on okay. I feel like it's already settling into my fine lines. It just looks kind of dry on my face, emphasizing my texture here with my breakouts. It doesn't really sit well on the face, so I think this might be one of those foundations that as my oils kind of start peeking through, maybe it'll look better. And I'm a little disappointed because this was such a good product, the illuminating version, and I really thought they would come correct with the matte version. I think it's a bad foundation. It's not horrible, but it's definitely not something that I would be reaching for. But let's just see how things go throughout the day. Let me do a flash photography test for you, and I will also show you in natural lighting. I'm back in some natural light. I'm standing right in front of my window. 1:15 p.m. So it's only been about 3 hours, and as you can see, I'm quite shiny. I do feel like the color has oxidized a little bit. I feel like it's looking just more brown, but you can see I'm quite shiny in this area. This forehead situation is looking bad in my opinion. It looks very textured. You can see how it's just kind of caking up and sitting on my skin. It's still on. It hasn't broken down yet per se, but it definitely is settling in my fine lines. Very oily here. So I don't know, guys. Overall, I'm like meh, meh, meh. And I had the worst flashback with this foundation. It was bad. I was looking at the footage that I shot earlier, and it looks way better on camera than what it actually is looking in person. I just looked at it briefly. So far I'm not really a fan. I don't feel well, so I probably will only wear it for a few more hours. I will check back in at the end of. Alright guys, I am back. It is only 4:14 p.m. so I am wrapping this up just a little bit earlier. It's been about 6 hours of wear and I'm just totally done with the day. I took my wig off. I'm just ready to chill out and relax because I'm not feeling the best today. But I did want to give you a final check-in and let you know my final thoughts about this foundation here. Overall, I don't think it's the worst foundation out there, but I don't think it's necessarily the best. As you can see, I do have quite a bit of oil on my face, and I actually prefer how it looks now. I think it looked better the more I wore it throughout the day, but I'm not necessarily a fan of having to wait a couple hours to actually enjoy how my skin is looking. So probably wouldn't be something that I reach for often, only because I have other matte foundations that I think are exceptional. For example, my Covergirl Clean BB Matte Cream is wonderful. The Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Cream are amazing matte foundations if you like that flat finish but still, you know, want to have a little bit of oomph to your skin. This one I think is actually best suited to be a mix-in product unless you are a very oily person and you really like that flat look. Some people need that because their skin produces a lot of oil, but for me, I think this would be best suited as a mix-in. So if you have something that needs a little bit of help, something that doesn't last quite as long throughout the day, I think this would help it because this does seem to be lasting quite a bit. It has not broken down on my skin so far. It just looks great. I actually think these two mixed together would probably be a beautiful combination because this one has a nice finish, but it doesn't last the longest. And then this one, I got quite oily pretty quickly. So even though I didn't like how it sat on my skin initially, I felt like it looked flat and dry, I got pretty oily within an hour or two of putting it on. So I don't know, hit or miss. It's not the best, but it's not the worst in my opinion. Let me go ahead and blot my face just so that you can see what we are working with. I think this actually revived the whole foundation. It looks very nice. Now this is a finish that I actually like. I think it looks way better now after I've had some natural oils on my skin and after blotting. I think it looks great towards the end of the day. So I don't know, guys. It's okay. It's not my favorite, but it's not an absolutely horrible foundation. I can definitely see how some oily skin types or, you know, I can definitely see how some people are going to enjoy this foundation. Just for me, it's okay. But anyways, guys, like I said earlier, go ahead and make sure you check the description bar. So if I get any more information, if I see any more information, I will certainly update it. I hope this video wasn't put up too prematurely, you know, but I wanted to get the information out there to you just in case you happen to come across it and you want to know what these two shades are looking like, okay? So let me know if you have any questions, and while you're at it, go ahead and, you know, click something over here. Go ahead and click. Go ahead and click those two videos or a video or pick something and go ahead and subscribe while you're at it, and let me know if you have any questions. And until next time, bye guys.